So, do you get stuck when you decide that you're going to make a change in your life? I don't care. Drink more water, exercise more, become an entrepreneur. I mean, there's just a whole list of things. Do you get stuck when you decide to make that change? So, I'm going to talk about why that is, and we're getting started right now. And while the intro's playing, pop in the chat, what's keeping you stuck right now? Hey y'all, I'm Debbie Dobbins. I am the Queen of Magic, and I'm here to tell you how to magically get unstuck. Because all of us get stuck, right? All of us get stuck. And the thing is that we get stuck because our mind says, I don't want to do it. Which part of your mind? That part that we programmed so long ago that we don't even recognize that it's talking to us anymore. I've done a video on mindset, so I invite you to watch that because I talk about how our mindset is created. And then if we want to make a change, you know, I've grown up, I've been on the planet for a long time, and self-help, you know, how to change a habit, you got to do it for 21 days, you got to do this, you got to do that, all these things. The fact of the matter is that nothing is going to change in your life if you are working on that conscious level of telling yourself that you want to do something. I know you can think of something that you've tried to do in your life, whether it's stop smoking, lose weight, exercise more, get up earlier, get the kids ready the night before. I mean, there's just a whole list of things that we say we want to do. And the problem is if we say we want to do it, it's like what our medical society does. We're treating the symptom. We're not treating the cause. So what do I mean by that? Let's say that you get frequent headaches, right? You go and you take a drug for it, whether it be an over-the-counter or you go and get some really kick-ass drugs from the doctor. If you're not treating the underlying cause of why those headaches happen, you are never going to get fully healthy and well as a result of that. It just is a fact. So the same thing occurs when we want to make a change in our lives. Let's just use weight as an example because everybody can kind of relate to that in some fashion or another. I get up this morning and I say, you know what? I am going to have a healthy lease on life and I'm going to drink more water, eat lean protein, and more vegetables, right? Which are all great modalities to begin to lose weight. But here's the thing is that's a symptom. Those things are symptoms of us eating in a certain way, right? People that are overweight are generally eating more than they should. Hello, I can attest to that. Calories in, calories out. But if I have an underlying belief system, which I have had in the past, that said it is safer for me to be overweight because then I'm protected, and this happens for women a lot, that I'm protected from having relationships, right? So for years, I didn't want to have relationships because I didn't know how to have healthy relationships with men. So it's much easier in my mind, even though it's all in the unconscious, it's all programmed in there. I don't even know what's happening. I just think I'm overweight, I don't feel good, I hate myself, I don't have any self-esteem, and I don't love myself, right? All of that comes with it. And I think I want to lose weight. But the fact is that my unconscious, my underlying belief is, which overrides everything, says, I'm sorry, we need to stay overweight because that is a protection mechanism so that I don't have to engage in an unhealthy relationship because that's the only kind I knew how to have. So here's the thing is, what is it that you'd like to change in your life, right? It isn't about the change of the behavior, which comes afterwards. Actually, once you come up with the underlying reason why you are encountering or experiencing the thing that you say you don't want, right? Then you can begin to change how that feeling feels. So in the case of weight, what I would begin to uncover is, why do I want to be overweight? And understand that it is safe, that there is safety in being a thinner person or losing weight or feeling more comfortable in my body. And once I can do that, then all of the choices become different because then I can see the direction that my soul wants me to go. What's really fascinating is that we create all of these experiences and these downloads and our computer program, if you were, this app that we run on when we're little. And then what we do is we go out and we reinforce it, we reinforce it, we reinforce it. We look for evidence to support that we're right. And then we wonder why we are unhappy. Well, if you were, as a grown-up, and you said you watched your 1-year-old to your 7-year-old and said, wow, if I was operating with their mindset, right? Because their minds are just impressionable. All they're doing is taking in data at that point, right? Because very suggestible little brains, they're taking in data, they're making a calculation, they're making an assumption, they put it all together and they formulate beliefs. And then what we become are all of these grown-up people, literally. I love to watch videos of people, over from a bird's eye view of walking through the streets of particularly New York or big cities. Then we're walking around as grown-ups, adults, adulting in these bodies, with minds of 1-year-old to 7-year-olds. Is that the most hilarious thing? Think about the things that you believe. And Byron Katie says, you take a belief and you say, do you know that it's true? Sometimes you'll say yes, sometimes you'll say no. And then you say, can you prove that it's true? Do you absolutely 100% know that your belief, whatever that one that is not empowering to you, that it's true? And generally, even if you do say it, if you're still stuck, somebody can prove to you that it's not. But we have to begin to do it for ourselves. So if you think, oh my gosh, I'm destined to be broke, right? It's a very common one. I can't make any money. I'll never be rich, right? Is that belief true? Maybe right this moment it is for you, but you can't prove that it's true because there's so many people. We could go out on the internet, we could go on the street, and we could find a passel of people that are exactly like you, except for your DNA and your fingerprints. They are exactly like you. They've had so many of the same experiences and they are making money hand over fist. It has nothing to do with your upbringing, your lifestyle, any of that. It has to do with your beliefs. So you get to choose. If I want to change something in my life, the first thing that I have to do is I have to challenge the belief that's underlying, that's preventing me from changing whatever that is. So if you want a habit change, get to the underlying root cause, number one, and I have tons of programs to help you do that. So please feel free to ask for some of our freebies, get on our mailing list, and I'll be happy to begin to share with you more and more magical information of how you can have the most magical life on the planet. Be magical. Bye-bye.